he was popular. Like, Shakur was the guy.
They knew him.
And that's what it was. And after the sparring, we respected each other. Like, it was a different type vibe after we sparred, honestly. Now it was like, oh, damn, bro. Like, damn. Like, we really started to get to know each other, you feel me? Because when he came to our gym, everybody knew him, and amateurs.
One thing I can say though, because I've been seeing, we've been amateur together and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Teo can fight.
Teo can fight.
The boxing scene was shocked when a leaked sparring video appeared showing Keyshawn Davis dropping Shakur Stevenson. The footage showcased Davis's sharp timing and ability, underlining how intense elite training can be. Davis also stated that Teofimo Lopez is a dangerous opponent, explaining that he has watched both Stevenson and Lopez since their amateur days. His comments imply that although all fighters show strong talent, conditioning, quickness, and smart planning are the key elements that decide who controls the ring in the end.
Against Shakur playing out, because you want me to tell you the truth, like, this fight could have been the winner's bracket fight. In other words, they're jumping to it, but at the end of the era, it may have been Teo and Shakur, especially if you would never fight Shakur, right? How do you see this fight playing out?
I see it playing out, let's say, I see it starting off slow.
Okay.
And then I see as Shakur wins the first round, as Shakur wins the second round, slowly, I think Teo is going to eventually start picking it up and start imposing his will.
Right.
And then, it's just going to go from there. That's how I think it's going to go.
That's a fair assessment.
That's a fair one.
Keyshawn Davis looks back on his sparring with Shakur Stevenson and explains that it was never personal, only competitive. He says that once inside the ring, he struggled to land clean punches while Stevenson countered with accuracy. Even so, Davis continued moving forward, understanding that slowing down could work against him. The hard rounds earned his respect for Stevenson's ability and reminded him how important determination and mental sharpness are.
Sparring day come. I'm confident. I'm knowing I'm about to go in here and beat him up, right? Man, I get in the ring, man. Why I cannot hit this man, right? I cannot hit him, but he touching me. So I was like, oh, it's different.
He different.
Like, he different. So I just keep, I'm 14, he's 16. I just keep going. I just keep going. So some getting through, some not. Some getting through, some getting not. And I felt as if I was to step off the gas pedal, he was going to get me. So I just had to keep going. You feel me? And I know he explained that a lot of times in interviews, like, that's why he respect me so much, because in that sparring right there, I didn't respect him at all. I was trying to F him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what it was. And after the sparring, we respected each other. Like, it was a different type vibe after we sparred, honestly. Now it was like, oh, damn, bro. Like, damn. Like, we really started to get to know each other, you feel me? Because when he came to our gym, he was popular. Like, Shakur was the guy.
They knew him.
Shakur Stevenson has been pushing himself hard throughout his training camp, showing intense concentration and commitment. Each workout is handled seriously as he refines his skills, improves his speed, and builds stamina. Stevenson's dedication goes further than just physical work. He reviews opponents, breaks down tactics, and imagines different fight moments to stay mentally sharp. His camp focuses on repetition, accuracy, and steady progress in all areas. By staying locked in, Shakur plans to step into the ring prepared, confident, and at top form, ready to follow his strategy and deliver his best performance.
Wait, time away from my family. How you gonna beat me? Ain't no way you can beat me that way, bro. Why I keep saying I'm the best. Niggas don't want this shit more than me. I know it. I know it. I want this shit so bad. So bad. Shit easy, gang. Easy, man. Easy. Always easy, man. You already know. Always easy, man. This supposed to be a sprint. Let's go. This ain't no sprint. No, it's a job. Let's go. We ready.
Keyshawn Davis reflects on the deep history he shares with Shakur Stevenson. From early on, they formed a relationship that extended beyond boxing, with Keyshawn calling Stevenson family. Even with that closeness, a competitive edge grew between them, motivating both fighters to get better at every phase of their journeys. This balance of friendship and rivalry shaped their development as they pushed each other while learning together. Keyshawn stresses that their competition was always based on respect and a mutual drive to reach boxing's highest stage.
It's family, bro. Like I'm never, ever fighting Shakur. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. It's not even gonna feel right.
What were some of the experiences, like with you guys growing up, like as young men and young teenagers in Virginia? Like, what some of those things that shaped you to know, like, he's my brother, man. I could never do that.
Yeah, the moment when I was like, all right, yeah, Shakur, I genuinely actually got real love for you was when I was going through my deep depression times. Even before I was going into the mental home, I used to tell my brother a lot. But then I started like backing off from my little brother because he was my little brother. I started talking to Shakur a lot about like how I was feeling and how I was thinking and what I was doing to myself. And Shakur was just giving me advice that I really like take in and like, damn, okay, I got you and stuff like that. And then I end up going to the mental home and, you know, like he calling me in there, checking up on me and stuff like that. I get out of the mental home, he pulling up on me, making sure I'm straight, making sure I get back in the gym, make sure I continue to do what I love. So
Stevenson, an emerging talent praised for his accuracy and ring IQ, responded to critics who questioned his readiness to face Lopez. He showed complete belief in his abilities, stating that Lopez has never faced someone at his level. Stevenson said this bout would present challenges Lopez has not experienced before, pointing to his speed, planning, and flexibility as key factors. Shakur made it clear that his attention is on the fight itself, not the noise around it, showing a mindset focused on training, performance, and excellence. His comments showed confidence and a clear understanding of what is needed to overcome a powerful opponent like Lopez. Stevenson also spoke about the importance of staying loyal to his own style. He explained that he will not change his approach to please others or get pulled into wild exchanges. Instead, he plans to fight with control, managing range, rhythm, and tempo to take advantage of openings. By staying calm and using his boxing mind, Stevenson plans to control the fight from the first bell. This mindset shows his growth as a fighter and why many see him as one of the smartest young boxers today.
It's cool. I mean, that's their opinion. Like, you know, they could say that. But I know he never fought nobody on my level. Like, I'm 1,000,000% sure that Teo has never seen nobody as good as me in his life.
He's talking about like once he gets through you, then he wants Crawford, names like that. How do you think he would do against someone like Terrence at this point?
I think he gets knocked out.
Can't even hang with him.
Yeah, he's too little. But it's too big for him.
Right. As far as skills, though, do you think he's on par with the likes of Terrence?
I'm not gonna say he's on a Terrence Crawford level of skills, but he's very skillful. He got a lot of things with him that puts him at a high level.
One thing that was interesting to me was it seemed like you were going to move on from Matchroom, but now Eddie Hearn is involved in this, and this is a Matchroom event. It seems like, I know it's a ring card too, but he's promoting it here in the United States. So what is the state of your relationship with Eddie and Matchroom at this point?
Eddie's my guy. I'm actually not signed to Matchroom, but he's my guy. I'm a big fan of Eddie Hearn, and nothing but respect to him. But I'm glad he's the promoter that's on his card. I'm glad to share the spotlight with his promotional company.
So if he's your guy, how come you're not signed to Matchroom?
I mean, it's just business. If it makes sense, then I will. You know, if it come down to it and that's what makes sense, then we'll do it. But right now, I don't think it makes sense.
Okay, so are you just more of like your own man at this point? Your own entity?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Do you negotiate with the ring people, with Turkey? You just do that yourself?
No, me and my manager.
Boxonix, a well-known boxing analyst and commentator, shared his view on the Stevenson versus Lopez fight. Ennis delivered a serious warning to Teofimo Lopez, saying that overlooking Shakur Stevenson would be a major error. He pointed out that Stevenson's speed is not only about fast movement. It serves as a weapon that helps him manage exchanges, slip punches, and set up clean counters. Ennis explained that fighters who depend only on strength while ignoring timing and footwork often struggle against Stevenson. In his opinion, Lopez must fully respect Stevenson's skill set because the mix of sharp thinking and speed makes him a rare and dangerous opponent.
You're gonna pick them apart, and I gotta tell everybody that what you call him is real athletic too, Teofimo. So I mean, I don't think it's gonna be an easy fight. You know what I mean? People think, a lot of people say it's gonna be easy and all that. Nah, Teofimo can punch and he can box. And like I said, and he's real athletic. So, you know what I mean? That'll make it a little difficult right there. You know what I mean?
I see a lot of people going back and forth with it. Some people think Teo got the advantage because of the weight and that he's athletic and explosive. Some people say Shakur is the better boxer.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
How you see that fight ending?
Well, they saying, you know, they got the weight and all that. I see Shakur box big guys, light heavyweights and all that stuff. Just like Moose, you know, he box heavyweights and put the heavyweights down. You know what I mean? I think that's the right move for him. You know what I mean? Get up, and I think he can really do good at that weight.
This isn't a stoppage.
I'm looking at a decision, not a stoppage. But then all according how Teo come in, if Teo come at him, you know what I mean, he gonna run into some shots. It might be over. You know what I mean?
Now, you always tell me it's the shot that you don't see coming. That's it. That power is speed.
Right.
So could it be a situation where people underestimate Shakur's punching power?
Yeah. I think Shakur can punch. You know what I mean? I think he can punch. It's just like I said, speed is power. You know, not them guys, you know, muscle bound guys come in and they tell me, oh, he can punch and all that. Like I just got finished saying, like you just got finished saying, matter of fact. The punch that you don't see knocks him out. And they always say, man,
Dan Rafael, an experienced boxing writer, shared his thoughts by focusing on the strong resumes and abilities of both fighters. Rafael said the matchup brings together a highly technical boxer in Stevenson and a powerful, explosive athlete in Lopez. He noted Lopez's ability to turn a fight around with one punch while also commending Stevenson's discipline, ring awareness, and defense. Rafael explained that these contrasting strengths make the fight exciting, as different situations could favor either man.
You know, Teofimo has been a bona fide world champion in 2 divisions. He was the champion at lightweight, you know, had most of the belts, defeated Lomachenko. You know, he did suffer the upset loss to Kambosos. There were some physical issues there that we didn't know about going into the fight, not to make excuses for him. But regardless, he came back and you know, even though maybe he didn't shine and scintillate maybe in some of those fights after that, when it came time to step up and take on the champ, which was Josh Taylor, he shined in that fight. So when Teofimo is matched, you know, in a big time opponent, you know, he's delivered and he's done it, you know, a number of times. And, you know, he looked really good against Taylor. And Shakur, by the way, similar thing. He's been flawless through his career. He maybe not the most exciting at times, but Shakur Stevenson gets the job done. He has won titles from featherweight up to lightweight. You know, when his back was against the wall, quote unquote, and everybody had big expectations and he had a lot of pressure on him not to make it a boring fight and all that kind of business. You know, what did he do in his last fight against William Zepeda? He stood in the pocket and he fought the guy and he won handily. He shut him out basically. He won like 10 rounds to 2. I mean, you know, he fought a unification fight against Oscar Valdez, a fighter that, even though he might have been favored, thought maybe Oscar could do some damage because he was a good puncher and had a great amateur background and a great chin and all those types of things. And he went out there and he routed him also. I mean, so, you know, these are 2 of the best young elite fighters in boxing. And their fight has been talked about for a long time. They spent most of their careers together at Top Rank, which is a fight. If you ever ask Bob Arum, he'll tell you that was a fight that Top Rank, you know, down the road had their eye on at some point when they were going to be, you know, closer in weight to each other. Because obviously Teofimo had started off, you know, a little bit heavier than Shakur, but they would eventually catch up to each other. They're both Olympians, by the way. Teofimo you know, he's American, but he fought for his parents' country of Honduras. In that same Olympic Games, it was Shakur Stevenson winning a silver medal for the United States. I mean, they have all kinds of accomplishment. I do think they have a healthy respect for each other. They know each other for all the years being at Top Rank events together. They fought on the same undercard twice when the main event was Terrence Crawford, who was obviously very close to Shakur, but Teofimo was on those shows also. So, and they're doing it in the right place. This is not a fight they're taking to a place that doesn't make sense. You know, all respect to the big matches they do in Saudi Arabia, but this is the kind of fight that belonged in America, and it didn't belong in Las Vegas. It belongs in New York City at Madison Square Garden. Teofimo is from Brooklyn. Shakur is from Newark, New Jersey, which is a 5-minute train ride from Midtown Manhattan. I mean, it's got everything you want to see. The Garden hasn't had a lot of big fights in the main arena over the last few years. The last one they had was the third fight between Katie Taylor and Serrano. But before that, it'd been, you know, a couple years, I think, since they had.
Tim Bradley, a former world champion and trusted analyst, broke down the fight with a focus on technique and its importance to boxing. Bradley explained that this matchup shows how the sport is changing, with young top fighters testing each other to establish the next era. He compared the moment to Devin Haney's rise, saying fighters like Stevenson represent a shift toward skill, adaptability, and strategy along with power. Bradley stated that this bout gives both Stevenson and Lopez a chance to prove where they stand, highlighting how modern boxing blends athleticism with technical skill. He added that fighters like Stevenson raised the bar for accuracy, speed, and ring intelligence, forcing rivals to improve. Lopez, famous for his power and athletic ability, will need to adjust to Stevenson's controlled style. Bradley said younger fighters can learn from both men. Stevenson's disciplined approach and Lopez's strength and confidence under pressure. In the end, Bradley described...
Yeah, I think Devin Haney setting the trend. Devin Haney setting the trend. Yeah. Yep, he's setting the trend. Now all these young guys starting to test themselves against each other now. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. We want to see who the best is, yo. And then the winner of this fight right here needs to fight Devin Haney. Why not? Why not? Keep it going. Keep it going. But anyways, look, this is a message, man. Anybody that's going to be working that card, y'all better make sure y'all do y'all damn homework. I'm talking about any commentators, any host, anybody. Do your damn homework, man, for real. You know what I'm saying? Because this not going to be one of them fights where it's going to be rock'em sock'em, both guys hitting each other and stuff like that. No, it's going to be small, little nuancey type of things that if you don't know what you watching, you can't tell us what the hell is going on. All the fans at home going to be like, what's going on? You know, that they don't have the knowledge that you supposed to have to give us some food for our damn thoughts. So do your damn homework on this, okay? Oh, that go for everybody that's gonna be calling this fight, because there's every offense that, or every type of any offense that's gonna be landed, it's gonna have to be earned or set up. Both these guys are intelligent, right? Teofimo Lopez, explosive as hell. He's smart as well. Shoot, you got to remember, this man was the first man to beat Lomachenko. Yeah, well before Haney. Yeah, So look, check this out. And you already know Shakur Stevenson. You know what he bring into the ring. Defense first. Yep, defense first. You ain't getting nothing. I'm going to get mine when I get mine and when I want to get mine, but you ain't getting nothing. So look, y'all might perceive this fight as being boring and this and that. This going to be one hell of a technical battle that I can't wait to see.
Another viewpoint.